his shoulder. Moves up like that, side to side basically. And I thought in the pictures that it moved up like that, but it doesn't, sadly. His head is articulated, but it's so tight that I wouldn't risk breaking anything on him, so I would just do these very slight turns and that's it. So that's a negative about the figure, really. His head can't turn too much. The visor up here is not detachable or anything. It doesn't move down on his face or anything. It's a separate piece that's glued on there. So, by the way, just give you a little close up of the face. You can't see the tattoos on his head too good because of the visor, but he has a lot of tattoos on his head, kind of like on his neck. Okay, the left arm now. The hand does rotate all the way. It's a little tight, but it does rotate all the way. Don't want to do it because it is really tight. Unlike this hand, this arm, whatever, this arm rotates all the way around, which is good. And it still has the pivot joint like this one does. So, you know, you can go from that to that. Okay, now for the waist. Take the scabbard out. I think he rotates all the way around. Yes, he does. Okay, that's pretty much it for the articulation. He has feet under there, but they're glued. The whole leg is glued up the top under the skirt, or the, I can't remember what this is called. I used to know the actual Japanese name for this robe get up here, but I don't remember, so you have to forgive me for that. But his legs don't move; they're glued, which is okay, I guess. I mean, really, you couldn't get his legs to do anything in here except for turn, really, anyways, because this is hard plastic. The scabbard, which you probably noticed I took off, is this one solid piece of brown plastic. You know, you can't really put a sword or anything in there because it's just a solid piece. It's just an imitation of a scabbard, really. Because when his sword is not transformed like this, it is just a regular samurai sword. So it would fit right into this scabbard. And it keeps sliding down because this little connector, the holder is really loose. So that's pretty much Renji. The sword snaps into two pieces. What you do is you just connect the two. It's designed a certain way where you can only fit it in one direction, so it has to be in one. You can only snap together in one form. You can't like switch it around or anything like that. So, but for detail, here's the sword. And sadly, I'm going to have to paint this area right here because it's got a little black from where I guess the sword was scratched up against something when they were packaging it. That's the only thing I've been able to see so far with paint issues. Like I said at the beginning of the video about Renji and his power and all that stuff, his Zanpakuto splits into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it splits into 7 pieces basically. I think it may split into more pieces, I'm not entirely sure. I've never really sat there and counted it, I just watched the show. Anyways, that's the sword. It's really cool. Looks very painful. I would absolutely hate to get cut by this thing. Which Ichigo gets cut up real bad in that fight when he's trying to get to Rukia. And of course, Renji gets his ass kicked. So, but anyways, for detail, the handle is, which I also forgot that I used to be really big on swords, but I've forgotten all the names to the technical names on all Japanese stuff. I used to be really big on Japanese culture and swords and, you know, costumes and all that stuff. I've just forgot. But anyways, this is the handle. It's really nicely detailed. You know, for something being so small, it's really nicely detailed. They could have just not put much effort to it at all. I wish the sword scabbard was a little more detailed, but I guess this regular brown is enough. I'm gonna take it out because it keeps sliding. The robe is very detailed, considering it's just a robe. You know, the robe comes down, has lines in it to where you can tell it's been folded. You know, the design of the waves in the back is good enough. And up here, where the arm bends, is very nicely detailed. When he's got it down, though, it looks a little weird, but it's not too bad. The belt, well, not the belt, the sash is nicely detailed. You know, it's not award-winning or anything, but it's there. The detail is there. And of course, you got the chest, which is just, you know, a normal chest robe. Detailed design, I guess. The back, you sort of have like wrinkles in the back, which is really nice. Makes him look more lifelike. The face is where his figure is really awesome, though. I mean, that is Renji right there. He needs a little bit more of a menacing look, but that's Renji. By the way, this guy's kind of like the Vegeta of Bleach, if you want to put it that way. So he's a bad guy that's a good guy, basically, you know. Anyways, that's the detail. I think I've covered enough. This will probably end up being a two-parter. But that's pretty much Renji. He's an awesome figure. If you like Bleach at all, I would suggest getting him and Ichigo, because you'll probably like those two characters the most. And Byakuya might be another character you might like, so get him. He's out too. He came out with Renji here. Not much else to say really. Getting his arm to pose is a little hard. That's about it. I would easily say this guy is worth picking up for any Bleach fans. So I'd give him he has a few problems, you know. He's not perfect, but he's really damn good. So I'd give him a 9 easily. Really, the problems that he has is not really that major. So if you like statue type figures that have a little articulation, he's really awesome. I'd get him. You know, and if you get him for a good price, I got him for $13, 12 or 13. If you get him for a good price, it's even better. So pick him up. And I'll be reviewing Ichigo and Rukia. Ichigo I'll try to get this week. Rukia might be next week. Who knows? Anyways, that's my review. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you pick this figure up because he is worth picking up if you're an anime fan or a Bleach fan. So, see you guys later.